Today is day 2 of testing of the DJI Action 4 and the Mic Mini 2. There's a few tests going to go on today. One of them is how well it works in heat. It's going to be 30 degrees today if it's not already. So some of the changes I've made. First thing is I put the summer screen on, the smaller screen. The Adventure screen with the flip at the top was great, but blocked the view, and it's going to be very hot today. So I thought I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone there and have a better view for me on the camera. The other changes I've made is change the field of view. So I had it set for ultra wide, the widest you can, and now I've changed it just to wide, just to see what the difference is really. You do get a lot in the shot in the ultra wide. The other change I've made is to the sound, so I've set the noise reduction to the 2nd level, so I think that's maximum. Because although I didn't think the first video's audio was noisy, I did notice there was some wind noise and the engine sometimes a bit louder. But really I just want to see what it does, see if it kills all the background noise, tones it down, whether it thins the sound out, which you often get with these processes of taking noise out. You can leave the voice a little bit thin. I've watched quite a few YouTube videos and some people prefer none. So no noise reduction, some prefer just low and some people prefer high. So like a lot of things, these things are personal taste and what you're looking for and what you're listening to. So because this is a new camera, a new mic, I'm going to try everything out and see what works for me. I do like nice clean audio, and if I can take noise out I will, but not if it thins out the voice or makes it sound a bit weird or crackly or anything like that. So yeah, day 2 is a test day of different settings on the camera. I haven't changed anything else, just the field of view to wide and the noise reduction. Everything else should be the same, and it should be a better view forward. So today's supposed to be the hottest day of the year. Say it's going to be over 30 degrees, and I believe them. It's 24 degrees, and it was only 10 o'clock. So midday, that's going to be very hot. So today is a ride out with the Royal Enfield Owners Club in South Essex, I think it is. I joined a few weeks ago, and then there's quite a lot of people in it. Seems like a big group to me. Ride around Essex, Malden, Burnham, Chelmsford, all these sort of areas. But it's interesting going out with a larger group. When you're on your own, you make all your own decisions, where you're going, which roads, the speed, when to stop, to take breaks, you know, normal stuff. But when you're riding in a group, particularly a bigger group, the leader's really defining that. So they define the speed, where we're going, and all those sort of things. That's quite nice actually. So yeah, you just follow the person in front or the people in front. We all know roughly where we're going. They do a nice system where if you're riding straight, or going straight across a junction, so no changes in direction really, we all stay in the order we're in. But if we're turning, let's say we're turning left, then the second person in the group will stop at that junction with their left indicator on, and then all the bikes behind them know the leader's turned left. And that person stays there until the back marker appears, and then he pulls back in. So the back marker stays at the back and the leader stays at the front, and then everybody changes. So everybody moves up, moving forward, and eventually when you're number 2, you're looking to see when the leader turns off. and then obviously be a marker for everybody else. It's quite a nice system actually, it works very well. As long as you remember to stop. I laugh because I've got a feeling that I didn't stop when I was supposed to once, but I am new to the group and I'm used to riding in smaller groups as well. But I got a new bike, well, new to me. I said in the first video it's a 2024 Himalayan 450. And with that, the new camera and mic, so it's a good time to do changes, isn't it? You change your bike, you change other things. I was thinking about what videos shall I do. Obviously I'm going to do ride outs with different people, go to different places, either on my own or with groups. Both are very good, different, so we like all that. The other thing I'm going to do is eventually I'm going to do a little bit of off-roading, nothing too crazy, a little bit of green laning, maybe some dusty roads. I might fancy a little bit of that. Don't want to be too extreme. A couple of reasons. One, I'm old and I don't want to get hurt. And the other thing is I don't like washing my bike, so I don't want to get it covered in mud. Just to do a little bit of light off-roading. Oh, there's a lot of traffic here. Really notice that heat when you stop, and that was in the shade. I'm going to leave that on engine temperature today, just out of interest. It seems to be somewhere in the middle, since it's going to be so hot today. I can't imagine it's a problem. I mean, these bikes are used all the way through Europe, all the way down to some hot places. There's a lot of videos of people steaming across deserts and things, and south of Spain, and where it's really hot. So I don't imagine it would be a problem. It's what the bike was built for. That's the thing about a bike, isn't it? You want a bike that you can use whenever you want to do whatever you want to do, wherever you want to do it. So if you have a bike that's restrictive, a bike that you couldn't take on the motorways, a bike that you couldn't take off-road, a bike that couldn't do long distance, a bike that couldn't do city riding, a bike that couldn't do riding through the country lanes. I mean, any of these things, you're going to want to do all of them at one point in time. So that's why I picked the Himalayan, actually. Again, watching YouTube, you get such a variation. Some people are just road riders, some people are touring, so they're really loaded up. Some people are doing off-roading, so they're really giving it some grief, and the bike seemed to handle all of it. So yeah, this was the bike I picked. And I picked this because I haven't had a single for years, or even a 450, anything as low cc as that. I mean, normally I'd be up in the 650s or sometimes thousands, so just fancied a change. And then of course, you know, there are some advantages in these smaller bikes. One is you can actually rag them to death because you don't go that fast. Fast enough, but you know, it's no sports bike. And also, things like petrol consumption and fuel being so expensive now. This bike gets double what my other bike did. The last bike was an Interceptor 650, 2021. I had that for 3 years or so. And that was great. I enjoyed that. I did a lot of changes to it. Not that there was anything wrong with the bike to start off with, but it's a bike that was, you know, built to be changed. You've only got to watch YouTube and see some of the changes people make to them. So when I bought that, I decided I was going to turn it into the bike I wanted. Unfortunately, when I did all the changes, I didn't actually record it on video, but I did take a lot of pictures. So I'm going to have a go at doing a video using some of the pictures I took then narrating it over the top to go through some of the stages and changes that I made. I mean, some of the changes I made a few times because I didn't like the final results, and some of them made other changes, made the earlier changes either worse or insignificant, things like that. So yeah, that's a video I'm going to do, because I enjoyed working on that bike, and every time I made a change I think it improved it, some of them dramatically, particularly the suspension. I'd also say lightening the bike as well. I took a lot of stuff off it to lighten it, and I think that's made a huge difference. So I'm going to be doing that video sometime. So although this bike is much closer to the bike I want, I'm still going to make changes to it because, well, a few things. One, because there's a few changes I want to make. I think I can make it better, or better for me. Obviously, all changes are relative to you, so these things are going to be better for me for a few reasons. Some of them are really obvious. I'm short, I'm only 5'6", so height is always a problem for me. This is not a particularly short bike, and I have actually changed the suspension on this already, but I'm going to do a video on the changes I do on this. And the other thing is comfort. You know, I really like to be comfortable on a bike, so I built my own custom seat for this bike. But again, that's going to be in its own video. So I think people are interested in comfort seats. People change their seats a lot, and they go through all the different seats that are available. Some people even go to custom seat builders, which is great, obviously, but can be quite expensive. So I looked at what people had done and thought I'd just build my own and see how that works. But it actually works very well because I'm using it now. Again, I didn't take any video of that. I did take some pictures, so I'll be having a go at building a video from the stills. Thank you. Some people are very pleasant in cars, aren't they? Libby's next biker really surprised me. Should have put my thumb up, really. I doubt if you could hear me shouting. But that was loud on the mic. It'd be interesting to see how many people are out today. Watching the weather this morning, they're all predicting death and doom, as they always do. It's definitely hot. We'll see. I did take a few precautions though, just in case. You never know. So I threw a couple of bottles of water in there, because you're definitely going to need it today. In an emergency, you know, put some water. See how that goes. Interesting to see how many people are here today. Actually, I'm feeling this is the wrong way. Yeah, it is. What am I doing going down here? I came down here the other day. I'll turn around here. Idiot. Let's have another go at that. Whee! Yeah, you wouldn't think I'd miss this turning with that great big building there, would you? Wow. Looks like I'm early.